Feeling. But looking at this race, obviously it's a really good race. It's the only group race we have got here at Happy Valley, a Group 3 race, and there's a fantastic crowd that's come here this evening. We'll have a look at the speed map for you with Flamingo Trillion, a horse who does like to go forward, lightweight with a low draw. Star Contact, another one that can go forward. Woodfire Bro, Encounter should be able to get himself right there. Money Catcher might just do it a bit tough from a wide draw. Happy to give this drawn wide as well, so he'll need some luck. Moments in time. He's been taking a sit recently, and that's really helped this horse. He's managed to run on really strongly. Romantic Lau, the Golden Scenery will get back. Helene Feeling will get back. City Blanche and 5G Patch, the stablemates. They're no one over a lot longer, these two, and they're both likely to get back as well.
Race number 7 is coming up next at Happy Valley, and it starts the late pick 3. I will be attacking the sequence as follows. Here in race number 7, I will be singling number 1, Happy Together. Happy Together was very nearly my best bet of the entire program. He was last seen running pretty well against Group 1 foes on December the 8th. He was 6th that day, beaten just 2 1/4 lengths. This is a solid Group 3 field, but it is technically a drop in class, and if Happy Together is his usual self, I think he'll be pretty tough. In race number 8, I have no such strong opinions. I'm spreading there, going 5 deep. My top selection is number 8, Spicy Gold, but it's a tepid one. I'm using horses 1, 2, 4, 7, and 8. We'll finish things off in race number 9 by going 3 deep. My top pick there is number 6, Super Unicorn, but I'm also using number 1, Noble Pursuit, and number 4, California Totality. This is a $15 ticket for a $1 base. However you're playing this sequence, though, best of luck.
And not moments in time. Happy Together, and you can see him finishing off nicely. And as I said, as you said, Mark, he wasn't far away, was he?
Voyage Bubble, Soul Rush, and Beauty Joy, just 3 of the horses that beat him the home there. We've got a substantial all-up leading into this.
Yeah, Quinella Place going through Helene Feeling and Woodfire Bro. So a 7 and 9, and I think there's another one too. As well. Yeah, there's a trio through Happy Together, 5G Patch, and Helene Feeling as well. So a couple of exotics going through Helene Feeling and a few of the others.
It is time, though, to preview the runners for the Group 3 January Cup over the 1,800 metres. Triple trios down to 243. Jenny and last year's winner, Happy Together, is first one in.
Yeah, nicely presented too from the Frankie Lawyer. He's a lovely, strong-bodied horse, this guy. Having a good look around, but behaving himself with his 2 handlers here. Really good hindquarters on him, bandaged on his bumpers, nice, healthy-looking coat. Very strong all over, so he does look in good condition.
On screen. And don't forget, we've got this quartet and first 4 merge pool as well. So 1,500 going in, 1.5 million, I should say, going into that. So it's a good opportunity to have that bet type if you haven't had it in the past. There's Happy Together with the banner is the word I'm looking for on him. We've already talked about Happy Together, so we're having a good look at him. Of course, he did win the race last year as well. Did Happy Together, and having a good look at him on screen. But most of the horses are in the parade ring here now. They've all sort of come in. And Happy Together, who is right in the market as well. He's actually the place favourite. He's at 1.8. He's the third favourite on the win line. And he's been a really good horse around Happy Valley, just the barrier 10. And Frankie Law, of course, has got a big hand in this race because he's got him. And he's also got Money Catcher and also Flamingo Trillion. So he's got 3 of the main chances. Speaking of Flamingo Trillion, he's on screen now. Jenny, Derek Long from a good draw, barrier number 2.
Yeah, look, they're going to take him out early. That's the reason we're going to the 10 here. Very nice horse. He can get himself a little bit toey. The boys have got him beautifully under control at the moment. An athletic type. Every now and again he tends to want to throw his head around, but not tonight so far. So really calm and collected for him. It's a pretty good parade. Just an inquisitive look around at this stage. Lovely athletic horse. Walks out really freely. Looks nice and fit. He's got some good body strength. 1,240 pounds he weighs in at. So he's well proportioned and does look good. Now he's done half a lap. He's just only get a little perked up, but he's still under control. Nice horse.
As opposed to Romantic Lau, Jenny, who's right up to his usual antics.
Where is he? He's
right over your left
right
shoulder.
behind me. Yeah, I'll just get out of his way. Yes, this is very normal for him. he misbehaves all the time. He's a really nice looking horse, this guy, but he's got a bad attitude. So that's the issue with him. He's a last start winner. He carries on like this every single time I see him. They are planning on taking him out early too. Hopefully they get him out very quickly. Nice, tall, athletic type of horse. He looks in good condition once again. These are normal antics for him.
5G Patch. The next one we're going to have a look at, Jenny. He's just on 14 to 1 as 5G Patch. Brendan Abdullah from Barrier 3.
Look, I'm thinking that he might need the maximum trip, a bit further than the 1800 to produce his best, but he parades quite nicely. He's a horse that's got a fair bit of size and scope. Attitude is good. He never carries much excess condition. He only weighs in at 1,002 pounds. But he doesn't look light. He's just a lightly framed horse. He's healthy and he's walking out freely, so he's pretty good.
Both his wins have been 2,000 metres. Has had limited goes at 1,800, 8 of them in fact. He's placed 3 times, but the win's an extra 200 metres than what tonight's race is, as opposed to City Blanche, who has a win and a second from 3 goes over the 1,800.
Yeah, he's another one that he's not an overly big, strong horse, but he looks really fit and his attitude's good. He does appear to be walking out pretty well. He might need a tiny little loosen up in front, but I think overall, he's a really fit horse. And he's got a bit of scope for the size of him as well. Presents quite well, so I couldn't be ruling him out on looks, that's for sure.
Another one that's won here at Happy Valley and been placed, who does like it at the Valley, does last City Blanche.
Race number 7 is coming up next.
2 starts ago. He has won off a lot higher rating as well and has won at the Valley.
Yeah, he's a really solid-bodied horse. He looks in good health and condition. He always tends to carry a little bit of weight around the midsection, but he's well enough behaved, and he does appear to be walking out okay. So he's an interesting runner. He seems to be working along quite well on the track, this horse, and he's probably good enough as well. I don't mind him, very strong.
The Golden Scenery's done a good job. 6 wins and nearly $17.5 million for his connections, but 2 unknowns tonight, 1,800 and Happy Valley.
Yeah, hard to have on current form, but he is nicely behaved. He's a healthy-looking horse. That saddle's sort of sitting high on his wither there, but it'll come back down after his jockey jumps on board. He's always a relaxed type of horse. He gets a pass. There's nothing really wrong with him, but I think this probably can be a little bit rich for him here.
He is the outsider, but at 38 and 9.5 currently for the 5, the Golden Scenery. Current favourite is number 6, Moments in Time. He's on screen now. He's a 3.4 chance.
Yeah, another very strong, solid-bodied horse, but does require a loosen up in front. You can see the muscle strength and tone in the shoulder of this horse, and it sort of backs it up with those hind quarters as well. But he's not the smoothest of walkers in front with that off front, so he requires that loosen up, but a really quiet, relaxed horse as well. So I've probably got him more as a place chance on looks.
That is the favourite. His stablemate right in behind, Helene Feeling at 7.6 and 2.9.
I've always been a fan of this horse, of his conformation. He's always been a lovely, big, strong-bodied type. He looks terrific again here. He's got a beautiful shine to his coat. He does appear to be walking out freely, loads of strength in the chest and those hind quarters, and he looks nice and fit and healthy. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to consider him.
Yeah, I made him the value play. He's came in with the roll-ups, but he's starting to drift back out now, 7.6 and 2.9 a place. So here's an each-way price is number 7, Helene Feeling. Number 8, Money Catcher. He's been out of form for a while. Jenny's drawn wide.
Yeah, it's going to make it tough for Money Catcher, that's for sure. It's been very tough for him for quite some time. So it's just been, he's sort of got to a high rating and he's down to 89 now, but he still might need a little bit easier the way he's going. Beautiful horse, though. So calm, so relaxed, continues to walk out well. He looks fit, he looks healthy. There is nothing wrong with him. So if he was to run a better race, it wouldn't absolutely shock, but it's tough. He's drawn gate 12.
Won it in 2023. Did Money Catcher. Happy together 2024, and we'll find out who wins this year's race in 9 minutes. Woodfire Bro, first run in group company for him, made an abnormal breathing noise last time on the 2 races prior, and his trial was quite okay behind Money Catcher over the mile.
Yeah, it was. He is a nice horse. Yeah, obviously the abnormal noise is a worry, but he's got plenty of scope. He's got body strength. He does walk out nice and freely, muscle strength in the shoulder. And I can't really find much wrong with him. So he actually presents quite nicely. Well drawn in gate 4 with 115. He's not the worst by any means.
17 and 4.1 for Woodfire Bro, so 16 to 1 chance. We've seen Flamingo Trillion, so we go to Star Contact now. Another consistent horse. He's a 20 to 1 chance.
Yes, he's as honest as they come, this big fella. He's so big and solid. 1,200 pounds is what he weighs in at. He's a very quiet horse. He is nice and healthy in his coat, and he always carries that little bit of weight around the midsection, but he's very fit. Actually, his coat in some parts is a little bit dry, particularly around the flank area there, but his body strength and his attitude's very good.
Had just one run over the 1800 here at Happy Valley. That was 2 starts ago in Class 2. And he ran 4th behind Chill Cheap. He beaten half a length and covered plenty of ground in that. He jumps into Group Company for the first time. That is the field for the January Cup with Jenny. He's Paul with the market.
Happy Together, he's at 6.4, 14 about 5G patch, 16 last City Blanche, 13 and counted, 37 the Golden Scenery, 3.5 Moments in Time, Helene Feeling, 7.4, 15 Money Catcher, 17 Woodfire Bro, 5.5 Flamingo Trillion, 21 Star Contact, Romantic Laos, and 18 chance.
Thank you, Paul. As the Golden Scenery and La City Blanche both being attempted to head down to the gates, and the Golden Scenery not really keen at this point. Who did you like as the top 4, Jenny, for the feature, please?
Yeah, look, beautiful horses here amongst these, so a lot of quality. The 7 is a lot of quality. He got a little fired up as he was going out onto the track, and he has been quite a bossy horse, and he has misbehaved in this parade in the past quite badly, but as time's gone on, he's got a bit better. He just looks terrific. He's a lovely, strong-bodied horse. I'm going to have him on top, Helene Feeling. From number 1, Happy Together, I thought he paraded beautifully too, this horse. He's a lovely, strong-bodied horse. Really tough for him from gate 10 with 135 pounds, but he's off a rating of 110, and he's been running good races in Group 1 and Group 3, so he's definitely got the class factor. The 3 goes in La City Blanche. Now, he looks really fit going into this. He behaved himself pretty well, and I'm sort of tossing up between the 10 and the 9. They both look pretty good. They got the 10 out. He was a little bit toey before he went out, but he's such a nice horse. I've probably got to put him in the 10 Flamingo Trillion. Obviously, this is going to be a big test for him in this particular grade, but he does look well. He's a nice type. So 7, 1, 3 and 10.
Thank you, Jenny, as we head straight down to Nick with Hong Kong's best-dressed trainer and a real pearler of a pair of shoes Frankie Law's wearing tonight too, Nick.
He certainly is, yeah. Look, he's a very well-dressed man indeed. They're saying you're the best-dressed trainer in Hong Kong, Frankie. But let's talk horses. You've got 3 runners in the race. Last year's winner in the shape of Happy Together. How is he?
It's good form. Only this time you can see he need to carry big weight, 135, and then the draw, 10. A little bit awkward, yeah.
His run last time in the Group 1 was pretty good there, wasn't it?
Yeah, last time he finished close. He finished 5th, yeah.
He's going to be joined by another previous winner of this race, of course, Happy Together, winning it last year. A couple of seasons ago, it was won by Money Catcher. He's been hard to catch right in recent times, Frankie, but do you think you might have him somewhere near his best again?
Yeah, first 2 seasons he used a lot, and then last season he dropped a little bit on, and now I think his ratings are 90 something, and this time he's carry lightweight. He's a 7-year-old, and I hope he can close, yeah.
He's been a tremendous 7-2. And your final runner is probably, arguably, maybe your most interesting in Flamingo Trillion. I wanted to ask you, how long has this been the plan, perhaps, this race for him? Because his record around here, course and distance, is very good.
Yes, when he start to win few times here, so I think maybe he's suitable for January Cup. So this time we'll enter him for this race, yeah.
I guess lightweight, good draw. That's also a couple of plus points for him, isn't it?
Yes, I hope he can win a good race.
Frankie, you enjoy winning this race. Is this a race that you sort of target? You have won it 3 times in the last 6 years. So is this a race that you always sort of circle in the calendar and think, I want to win another January Cup? Or is it just luck of the draw and the horses you've got available to you?
No, I think I have few horses like Happy Valley and 1800 is suitable for them. So maybe I hope you can get one more.
I hope you can as well. Very best of luck.
Thank you.
There he is, Nick, with Frankie Law with 3 runners in race number 7. Jenny's numbers 7, 1, 3 and 10. Tom, who do you like to win the feature?
Yeah, I'm with the top weight here, Mark. Happy Together. He obviously carried 115 pounds to win this last year, and he was right in the market at 4.1. Just a tick over that at the moment, 6.4, but he's got to carry top weight here. But he's got the premier form, of course, behind Voyage Bubble. It's Group 1 and Group 2 level, of course, out of international days. So 1 on top to beat 4 in Canada. I think this horse might be on the way back up for David Hall and Karis Teton. He's won here at Happy Valley 4 times. They have all been over the 1650, however, but I think he's got a chance here with a lighter weight than he had in this race last year, 135 pounds. Moments in Time drops 10 pounds for this, and he gets an opportunity. They were more patient with him last time out. He can fire up. And Helene Feeling, the other one I've gotten off a couple of good recent trials. He's a course and distance winner. Harry Bentley, Danny Shum. 1, 4, 6 and 7, Paul.
Yeah, made 7 the value play. I thought that this would be a wide open betting race, and as such it is. There's a bit of roll up money for him, so he was 9, he's now coming to 7.5 and 2.7. But Helene Feeling's trials have been very good leading into this, and I just think he's a perfect horse for the January Cup. Comes in with 117 pounds. He's had 2 goes here at over the 1800 metres for a win and a third. So he's on top to beat the 4 Encountered. Better run from him 2 starts ago. Another one that really enjoys Happy Valley. Did win by 4 3/4 lengths when he was wide the whole way here over 1650 a season or so ago, and has won off 110. He's now down to 102. He's another one a good price at 12s. The 10 Flamingo Trillion, I think, will lead the race, so he's in there for third. And then the 6 Moments in Time is the current favourite, and another one who's sort of been going better when they've sort of held him up. Another one that loves Happy Valley. 7, 4, 10, 6 for me.
With the 6 Moments in Time on his Happy Valley record, he carried 135 pounds when second behind Chil Chibi last time, 10 pounds less on his back here, and he's just really at home at the City Circuit. 6 on top to beat number 10, Flamingo Trillion. Gets in well here at 5.4 and 1.7. Trainer has an excellent record in the race. Encountered has won over the 1800 at Sha Tin, so the distance is no problem. And 7, Helene Feeling's very honest too. And Paul's made a case for him. 6, 10, 4 and 7. You're about to make that further case again too, Jenny, for Helene Feeling.
I certainly am. He's a lovely horse. He's always looked good from day one. He's a winner of 4 of his 20. A bit awkwardly drawn in gate 9. That concerns me. He's going to need a bit to go his way, but he's just a really nice horse and beautifully presented from the Danny Shum yard tonight. So I've got him on top of number 1, Happy Together. He looks terrific too, this horse. Big weight, awkward gait for him as well, but he's a pretty classy individual and he behaved himself beautifully. Next best is number 3, City Blanche. He's not an overly big, strong horse. He only weighs in at 996 pounds, but he looks really fit going into this and his behaviour was good. And then the 10, Flamingo Trillion, lovely horse, really nice type, lightweight, good draw for him. He might get his opportunity here at this level. So I've gone 7, 1, 3 and 10. If you like the 9, he was next best, Woodfire Bro.
He's at 17 and 4. Next best is number 10, Flamingo Trillion, at 5.2 and a 1.8 quote. 10, the best of the night to beat 6 Moments in Time. 7, Helene Feeling, and 1, Happy Together. Paul, what's the January Cup play?
Yeah, well, I like the 7, Helene Feeling. I know Nick's big on the 10, Flamingo Trillion. So we'll put those 2 in with Encountered, who's another one at double figures. Another one of the main chances there. He's at 13 and 4. So he'll add some value for that for sure. So the 4, the 7, and the 10. But 3.6 Moments in Time. He looks like he's going to start favourite here. Flamingo Trillion's coming in now. He's into 5.2. Happy Together at 6.5. Helene Feeling, there is support for him now. He's coming into 7.1, and he's the 4th favourite. And then we're into double figures from that. 5G Patch, Money Catcher, both at 14. Encountered at 13. 17 about Last City Blanche. Woodfire Bro. 21 about Star Contact. And then the outside of the field is the Golden Scenery at 39. But 3.6, Danny Shum's Charge here is the favourite, Moments in Time.
As the horses are moving in well, Tom, this is our feature race at Happy Valley, not just for tonight, but for the entire season. The Group 3 January Cup is not far away.
It's not, Mark, thank you, as they load up at the top of the straight here. Handicap conditions for our features tonight. Of course, the quartet in first for Merge Pool Jackpot. You can still get involved there. There's just over $240 left in the TT as well. And there's money coming for Money Catcher here at 10 to 1. One of a few in the race for Frankie Law. Moments in Time, the favourite, 3.7. Helene Feeling about to come up. Our feature event here tonight. Group 3 racing comes to Hong Kong Island. This is the January Cup for 2025. They're racing at the top of the straight from the 1,800 metres. And it was a fairly level line away from the machine. Flamingo, Trillion, Woodfire Bro going forward. Not far away, Moments in Time. And then came Star Contact, who's come across in front of him. 5G Patch and Romantic Loud down on the inside. The Golden Scenery's been allowed to stride forward. And Money Catch is going to be 4 deep at the winning post. Moments in Time is really keen, giving Bowman a torrid time behind the speed as they hit around the turn out of the straight. Behind Romantic Lau and 5G Patch. The next pair are encountered, followed over on the outside by Helene Feeling. Then came last year's winner, Happy Together, and last City Blanche last. 13.83 the lead section, and then 23.09, so a tick outside both of those standards. And the leader, as they head via the football club, is Flamingo Trillion. He leads the way by about half a length. The pace is not strong. The Golden Scenery on his outside. Money Catcher pulling himself up to be 3 deep on the outside of the 800 metres. Moments in Time. He's been allowed to roll now by Bowman. He's 4 wide. He's going up to take the lead now, Moments in Time. Back on the inside is Woodfire Bro from Star Contact. And then came Helene Feeling, 5G Patch, Romantic Lau. Back and buried on the inside. Further back is Happy Together. Encountered and shaken up at the back is last City Blanche. Down the side they come in the Group 3 January Cup. He was allowed to stride forward by Bowman. Moments in Time. Money Catcher, Flamingo Trillion, the Law Pier on the outside here. Then came Woodfire Bro, Star Contact, Happy Together. Helene Feeling starting to warm up down the centre of the track, and last City Blanche further out. It's Helene Feeling, Happy Together, Helene Feeling doing that bit better. He's going to strike in the January Cup. It's Helene Feeling, Harry Bentley and Danny Shum. Danny with a treble tonight. Helene Feeling has taken the Group 3 from Happy Together. Moments in Time or last City Blanche there for third. It's close. Encountered getting through between runners. And then behind them came 5G Patch, followed by, as they've run on by, Moments in Time, Star Contact, Flamingo Trillion, a blanket finish to the Cup. Woodfire Bro, Money Catcher, the Golden Scenery, and Romantic Loud towards the end of the field. Helene Feeling, number 7, has taken out our Group 3 feature tonight for Harry Bentley and Danny Shum. And he's done it in terrific style here. Helene Feeling with the 117 pounds on his back. He's taken out the Group 3 January Cup for 2025. 7 from a photo, 4 has run 4th. And that's the way they've run on by. And Paul Lally Valley Runner taking out the feature. Top of the straight from the 1,800 metres, and it was a fairly level line away from the machine. Flamingo Trillion, Woodfire Bro going forward, not far away.
Okay, thank you, Paul. That's how the all-up market looks. Great shot, that, isn't it? Looking back at the grandstand here. Speed map, we've got Californiatotality, Samarkand, a couple of likely leaders.
Yep, they like to go forward, those horses. I thought Sure Joyful, he can get a good run just in behind with Toy Soltero. Comet Splendido, the big mover, he's got a chance. Noble Pursuit, the favourite, won't be too far away. Dilbar, back to Sunstrider. Super Unicorn will have to go back with Simple Hedge. And then Quantum Patch, he likes to go back. And also Speed Dragon from a wide draw, I think, will go back as well. But look, it's an open market. I think every horse is going to get their opportunity with a good pace being set.
We've got time to go back and have a look at a couple of lead-up races for these. There is the confirmation of Comet Splendido. That's substantial all up through him. But as Paul said, back out to 7.1 at the moment. Harry Bentley's had a good night. Danny Shum's had a great night. And there's QUINELLA, 1 and 7, also well supported through the all-ups, Noble Pursuit and Comet Splendido. Here is Toy Soltero. This is his best performance in Hong Kong. It was course and distance 2 runs ago. Samarkand, Comet Splendido also in this race, Paul.
Yeah, nice run from Toy Soltero. He's starting to get there, and he's got Zach Burton aboard here this evening as well. You can see he actually hit the lead here, and was just sort of worried out of the race. Ended up running third, but it was a nice enough run from him. If he can reproduce this, he'll be right in it. And he's currently at 8.4, 3.1. Was a bit of a bunch field, but he wasn't far away at all.
That is our first and only replay because horses are making their way in for race number 9. Just quickly at Sha Tin tomorrow morning, the big boppers are out at the trials. Galaxy Patch, Voyage, Bubble, Kaying, Rising, Helios Express in the first trial. Beauty Eternal runs in the second trial. They'll be on the website later tomorrow morning if you want to see how they are heading towards a dual Group 1 day on the 19th of January. But horses for the last, Jenny, are led in by number 1, Noble Pursuit.
Yeah, Noble Pursuit is a little wintry in his coat, pretty relaxed. He can get a little bit toey on occasions, this horse, so we'll keep an eye on his behaviour. But you can see for yourself he needs a little bit of loosening up in front, and this is often the case with this guy. I've noted it many, many times. So it doesn't really affect his galloping action. He was a winner 3 starts ago, and he was the same. So you can probably ignore that, but he's a really fit horse, and behaviour is good at the moment. It's really good for him at the moment.
It's Noble Pursuit, yeah, nice horse. Currently the 4-1 favourite there. 63 days since we last saw him. Has had that trial since his last run. Horse 2 is Speed Dragon. Vincent Ho was on the score sheet this evening. Francis Loy trains this one. He's also had a trial, Jenny, ran 5th. That was at Sha Tin, but he's drawn wide here.
Yeah, it got to the line quite well late in that particular trial. Of course, he was in the 4-year-old series last season. He's a really nice horse. Obviously, his recent form hasn't been brilliant, but he's hard to ignore on appearance here. He's being heavily restrained by his 2 handlers, but he's got size, scope and strength. He looks fitter. He walks out cleanly. He's a good type. So I'm certainly going to consider him at odds.
We're going to jump to number 9, Jenny Sunstrider, who's very slowly making his way around the paddock. He's at 7.7 and 2.3. Karis Teaton rides for David Hall.
Yeah, look, he's. I'm not sure they might be going to take him out early, but I haven't been notified of that. The horse is very fit. He carries no excess. He's a bit of a lightly framed horse, but he actually weighs in 1,108 pounds. And as he turns around there, he's actually got a little bit of strength in those hind quarters. So he's okay. I like his quiet attitude, so he's not bad. That's the 9.
Here's the 6, Jenny. This is Super Unicorn. Frankie Lord, Derek Lung teaming up. Won his latest trial, this horse. He's actually gone off favourite in his last 4 races, this fellow, so he's always well supported.
Yeah, he's had a recent trial. I quite like the look of the trial. He got to the line quite nice. It was on the all-weather, so whether or not he might need that surface, that might be the query. But he's a nice horse too. He's well-proportioned. He looks really fit. He's healthy. They're going to take him out early, but he's actually behaving himself really well here. And he's one worth considering on looks too. He's in good order.
Won a 1,200 metre trial quite impressively on the all-weather. Samarkand is a horse that's regularly in your top 4 from the paddock. Jenny, is that likely going to be the case tonight as he makes his way towards the top end of the paddock?
Yeah, so I will chase him down. He's gone from a rating of 49 to 75 in the hands of David Hayes. So he's done a fantastic job with this horse. I've put him in on debut years ago now. He's a 6-year-old, but he often appears in good order in the parade. He's got really good muscle tone in the shoulder. He's just on his toes a little bit, which is a bit unusual for him, but I don't mind that with him. Healthy, really healthy coat, and he's a very, very fit horse. So really good strength, and he's feeling quite good about himself. So don't mind him. I think he looks good. He might get into the top 4.
That's a good report for Samarkand. Here's 4, Jenny, Californiatotality, who's been racing really well of late, though that racing has been at Sha Tin. This is his first try at Happy Valley.
It is, yeah. Look, he was 20 to 1 down to 4.8 last time he stepped out. He's awkwardly drawn once again, so he's going to need his fair share of luck. Has had a recent trial in the all-weather, and I thought that was okay too. Now, he remains a very fit horse, weighs in at 1,054 pounds, doesn't carry any excess condition, so I wouldn't want to see much more weight come off him. Not that he's lost it, but probably just build him up over a year or so, but very fit and healthy, and it does walk out really cleanly. So, yes, he's still good.
The 5 Simple Hedges won up to 1,400 metres, but did place over 2,200 metres here last start.
Bandage behind, which is not unusual. Very relaxed horse, beautiful shine to his coat, and just walking out pretty well, actually. He looks quite fit and healthy. I can't find much wrong with him. Perhaps off his last run, he's probably there with place claims. There's nothing wrong with him.
Here's the 7, Jenny. Comet Splendida, Harry Bentley and Danny Shum combining. Two men very much informed this evening. Obviously, his price has contracted substantially through the all-ups. How does he parade?
Oh, very relaxed horse. He's only small. He lacks a little bit of scope, but he just walks out nice and freely. I like his attitude. Nothing phasing him. He's got good strength in those hindquarters as well. So he presents perfectly okay. He always carries that little bit of weight around the midsection. He's not a standout type by any means, but good attitude.
That is Comet Splendido. Just wheeling back out to 7.7. He's still 4.9 a place at the moment. Has placed 3 from 7 course and distance as he lines up from the inside gate tonight. 3 wins over 1650. 1,800 metres the distance of the last. Number 8 is Quantum Patch. Just over 2 months between runs for him. Blinkers off. 4 trials in the meantime, and he's trialled pretty well.
Yeah, well, he has, and he hasn't had a great deal of luck in a lot of his races, this horse. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ran a bit of a race here, but he's got to do it from gate number 11, so he will need luck once again. He's pretty casual here in the parade, very relaxed. He's got plenty of scope and size. He probably, he's a bit of a lean-looking type, so he doesn't carry any excess condition, but he's free in his action. He's got a really good attitude. So more so a place chance for me.
That is Quantum Patch there. 63 days on since we last saw him. Here's 10, Jenny. This is Toy Saltero. Zach Purton about to get on board him. He's drawn well, and his run 2 back would give you plenty of confidence. That was course and distance when he ran really well.
Yeah, just bear with me 1 second because I want to get one more look at this fellow. He looked quite fit and strong last time I saw him. He's just being restrained by his 2 handlers here, weighing in 1189 pounds, and he sort of, it was a bit of an awkward start for him last time. So if he can jump cleanly here, perhaps he can run well. The horse looks in good order. He's nice and strong. He looks healthy. And he's behaving himself pretty well too. So, yes, he's in good order.
That's a good report for Toy Saltero. Number 11 is Dilbar. Shadow roll off. Cheek pieces on for the first time. And he was closer last time at Shard 10. First look at Happy Valley, but he still needs to find a few lengths.
A little bit tense in the parade and just getting on his toes as his jockey's about to jump on board. He's another one that doesn't carry any excess condition. He's 1,061 pounds, so he does look quite fit, and he was walking out freely enough, so he's okay.
That is Dilbar, who is trained by Douglas White, Lyle Hewitson, having just got on board. Those cheek pieces for the first time. And Sure Joyful, Jenny, wonderfully consistent horse of late. Never really knows how to run a bad race. He's trying the trip for the first time, and he's also up in grade for the first time.
Yeah, just getting on his toes a little bit. He's normally quite a relaxed type of horse, but I think it's just because he's hearing the sounds of the horses galloping past, the ones that have gone out onto the track. So that's just stirred him up a fraction now. He's a strong-bodied type. He's actually a good type too. He holds on to that condition really quite nicely, and just starting to firing up a little bit at the moment, but like the strength in those hindquarters, and he has been very consistent. He's probably a prize money chance once again. Hopefully he'll settle back down a bit. He's a little bit tense, but I like him as a type.
That's his first foray into Class 3 tonight for sure. Joyful, he's been, as Nick said, so very consistent when he's been racing down in Class 4. That is the field for race number 9. The Cleveland Handicap is coming up in 7 minutes from now, Paul.
Yeah, and a wide open market to finish. Really good betting race to finish off a great night's racing here at Happy Valley with Noble Pursuit of 5.2 chance, 14 both Speed Dragon and Samarkand, 6.9 California Totality, 12 Simple Hedge, 7 Super Unicorn, Comet Splendido still drifting out, 8.1 about him now, Quantum Patch 15, 7.8 both Sunstrider and Toy Saltero, Dilbar, nothing for him, he's at 49, and Sure Joyful, he's down the bottom there of the lightweight at 18.
Okay, thank you, Paul. That's how they bet here for the last. Jenny, good race this to finish. Plenty of chances. Who made it into the top 4, please?
Number 2 goes on top for me, Speed Dragon. I really like him as a type. Unfortunately, he's drawn gate 12, so that's going to make it difficult for him, but he does look in terrific order. Really nice type. Winner of 1 of 10 so far. So he'll need a bit of luck, Vincent Ho, to steer him. I've got number 10 as the next best. That's Toy Soltero. That's a ride for Zach Purton. Gate 2, 118 pounds. I think Zach's putting him an extra 2, so he'll carry 120. But he looks really well. Next best is number 12. That's Sure Joyful. I will put him in. He was a little bit tense in the parade, but he's a really good type. He's very strong. He's been really consistent. Steps up into Class 3 here from a bit of an awkward gate, so he'll need a bit to go his way, but he looks good. And I thought of the rest, Samarkand, I will put him in because there was nothing wrong with him. He's really muscled up in the shoulder, looks great in the coat, looks very fit going into this as well. So he's probably still capable as well. Now, 4 and 6 also looked really good. Just can't fit them all or squeeze them all into the top 4. But if you like those, nothing wrong with those either, 4 and 6. But 2, 10, 12 and 3.
Thank you, Jenny. Speed Dragon at value to beat Toy Soltero, who's 7.7. The 12, Sure Joyful at 18, and 3, Samarkand at 14. So plenty of value. And speaking of value, just under 6 minutes out from the last, Dilbar's gone green already. I'm guessing he's not in your selections, Tom.
No, he's not, Mark Dilbar, but Speed Dragon certainly is. Now, he won third up last campaign off a rating of 70. So a rating here of 77. He raced wide, no cover last start. He's never been to Happy Valley before. He's never trialled here. But he looked good, I thought, in his recent trial coming into this, did to Speed Dragon. So he's going to need some luck, some pace on if he's going to go back in the field here from barrier number 12 for Francis Loy and Vincent Ho. So Speed Dragon 2 to beat 6 Super Unicorn. Bit of an awkward ride over the final stages. Wanted to keep laying out there. He jumped away awkwardly. He was midfield on the fence. He's won a trial in good style by just over 3 lengths coming into this. Noble Pursuit's a course and distance winner. He raced midfield. He was wide down the side, beaten 2 1/4 behind Winning Steps here last time out. That was 63 days ago. He has had a couple of barrier trials since. And Californiatotality coming to the Valley for the very first time. Up 4 pounds, up on the speed, won well, kicked away in the end over Pray for Mur. And he's put up a good enough barrier trial, but needs a little bit of luck as well. Californiatotality. 2 at the each way here, Paul. Speed Dragon.
Yeah, and he's there at 14s at the moment, so good price about Speed Dragon. I'm with the 4, Californiatotality. He's coming here for the first time, but he's a sort of a front runner. He always looks like he's going to be suited by Happy Valley. And he's 1 start, 1 win over the 1,800 metres. That was his last win, and he did win it really impressively when there was a lot of money for him. So we'll take the chance he can get to the front easy enough. There's a big run to that first bend, although it has been suited swoopers here tonight. We'll get that out. With Sunstrider, a horse that does get back, he'll be running on strongly as well. He's been consistent. He's another one coming to the Valley for the first time. The 6 in there for third, which is Super Unicorn, and in for fourth, Toy Soltero. A good run from him here at Happy Valley. 4, 9, 6 and 10.
Yeah, with the 4 also, Californiatotality, proven at 1,800 metres at Shah 10 by winning his only start at the distance last time and scored by a length and 3/4. He did it well, set up outside the speed and then ground out a victory. Got away at the end. So 4 on top to beat. Number 9, Sunstrider. He's going in for second. Barrier number 5, fourth behind Californiatotality last time. In for third goes number 3, Samarkand. If he can just get somewhere handy to the pace without doing too much work, thought he could be there for a while, especially with the horses like Soleil Fighter in this race. And 10, Toy Soltero, won his best race here 2 starts ago. Over the 1,800, good draw, and Zach Purton on board. 4, 9, 3 and 10, Nick.
Yeah, that was the way I went, actually, Toy Soltero. I thought he was quite an interesting runner, and Zach taking his first ride this season for Michael Chang. So good draw. Look, he's putting a couple of pounds over at 120. Would have been expected at declaration time, but he's run 2 starts ago off the same mark, was really good behind Rocket Spade, beaten a half a length at a massive price. Look, I know a little bit's taken on trust because outside of that run, he's not been overly good in the majority of them, now down to a mark of 62, but good draw, interesting jockey booking. I thought there was a bit happening there, and it's probably a race where he can win if able to produce some good form. So 10 on top. Over the 5, that is Simple Hedge. I thought he was quite interesting here. Last one off 67, runs off 66 here, has placed off 76. So certainly well enough rated at this stage to go well. Did go nicely here over 2,200 last time out. Samarkand in for third. I totally respect him. Jerry Chow's got a good record on him. He's a course and distance winner. Wasn't far away last time at big odds. And horse number 6, Super Unicorn, I thought was quite an interesting runner here. First run at the distance, however, and course and distance, but usually well fancied. Did win his latest trial. I quite like the trial there. And if able to stay that little bit further, I think he's a definite chance. So 10, 5, 3 and 6 for me here, Jenny.
I've gone with the 2, Speed Dragon. So he's stepping back up to the 1800 here. This is going to be his third run in for the campaign. He's a bit awkwardly drawn and his gate speed isn't great. But, he's a nice type. He looks really fit, healthy and well, and he behaved himself nicely too. Got him on top of number 10, Toy Soltero. Hoping he can improve off that last effort as well. If you go back 2 starts ago, he ran a really cheeky race. He was well backed. He was 87 to 1 down to 39 to 1. So it was a good effort there. If he can repeat that type of run, he could run a bit of a race. And he's also a good type. The 12 goes in, Sure Joyful, steps up in grade here. So it's a much tougher race, but lovely, big, strong horse. He looks good. And then the 3 I thought was next best. He's one that regularly parades nicely, that's Samarkand. A little bit on his toes tonight. That might be a good thing for him. Looks well and better drawn than he was last time. So I've got him in. I thought the 4 and 6 also looked pretty good. So it's a tough one on looks here, but good luck if you're having a bet in the last. I'm going 2, 10, 12 and 3. And the night, fellas, has all been about Danny Shum. He's had a fantastic night. Look forward to your company on Sunday.
Commenting at Shah 10. Thank you, Jenny. We'll talk to you then, and thank you for the help throughout the evening. Paul, there is money just continuing to pour in for Dilbar.
Yeah, Dilbar is now into 23. He's gone brown on the win line. He's 5 a place, still green on that. He's been backed through exotics every single Quinella place, and also through the forecast as well. If anyone wants to know what Dilbar means, it means blossoming heart, a lion-hearted, a tiger, a brave, as well as a kind person. So there you go. That's what Dilbar means, and he's at 22 now. It's Dilbar. But Naval Pursuit, he's still the favourite there at 5.8. But although he is a drifting favourite, Super Unicorn keeps coming in. He's into 5.9 as well. Dilbar's not in the play as he comes now into 21 as more money comes from. The play is around Tom's long shot here, which is Speed Dragon, with also Californiatotality, and we'll put Sunstrider in. He's got brown on the place line now, Dilbar as well, at 20 and 4.6.
The carryover champ goes to Shah 10 on Sunday too for Sale of the Century after that tonight there.
There you go. Does sound like it, doesn't it?
It did. The red light side, he's obviously done something to please someone, Nick Dilbar, because he's 3 runs. Even though he was better last time, he was still just under 4 lengths from the winner.
Yeah, look, I'm struggling to see it myself, Mark, I must say. I mean, he's got a cheek pieces going on. I mean, maybe he's shown Douglas White and his team a bit with those on, perhaps, or maybe in his track work, his homework, he's improved a little bit. I mean, look, he is going up in trip as well. Maybe that's sort of the key to him. Maybe going a little bit further. And I just say, look, he wasn't far away last time, but he was still 9th of 14.
So we kicked off, Paul, with a Class 5 with a short price favourite. We end up with the Class 3 with a 5.5 favourite.
Yeah, who's now Super Unicorn. So we've got a new favourite there in Super Unicorn. Money keeps coming from Noble Pursuit's a drifter. He's now out to 6, but he's the second favourite, just ahead of Toy Soltero in Californiatotality.
To you, Tom, for the last on January Cup night.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a good night's racing. I've only had the one favourite to win, however. That was Firefoot. A few of the shorties were turned over through the first 5 races tonight, and 5.1 for Super Unicorn here in the last. Dilbar into 18 to 1, and we're set for the final time here at Happy Valley tonight. 1,800 metres, they're off and racing. And Simple Hedge from the centre of the line, barrier 7, not the quickest away. Speed Dragon goes back from his wide draw. And Toy Soltero's gone forward with Samarkand. Through on the inside is Comet Splendido. Super Unicorn coming across, as too is Californiatotality. Dilbar came next, followed in turn by Sure Joyful, Sunstrider, Noble Pursuit on the rail. And then came Quantum Patch, who's third last as they make the turn out of the straight. Simple Head second to last, Speed Dragon last. Californiatotality caught 3 wide up on the pace. Chasing down Toy Soltero at the 1,200 metres, who leads the way over Californiatotality, who's going to cross to his outside. 13.57 inside standard. and then 22.44, so they're not loitering here in the last. Samarkand a length and a half away from Comet Splendido, and then came Super Unicorn. Sure Joyful planted 3 wide. Simple Hedge back on the rail. Dilbar came next. He's a little worse in midfield as Super Unicorn throws the head up midfield. Sunstrider wider, a length and a half back in the field to Quantum Patch, Noble Pursuit, and back at the end of the field is Speed Dragon. 24.38 the third section, so they backed it off a little from that early quick tempo. Toy Soltero for Purton in front, coming off the back, sneaks away here a length. California Totality under pressure. Comet Splendido's travelling well in the trail. Samarkand into the clear, shunts out Sure Joyful wider. Deeper is Quantum Patch and Sunstrider, and then came Super Unicorn behind them and Noble Pursuit over on the inside. Samarkand has raced up, out wider Quantum Patch coming with a run. California Totality still there, and Speed Dragon down the outside. California Totality, Quantum Patch, but here's Speed Dragon over the top. He takes the last. Speed Dragon, California Totality, Quantum Patch and Noble Pursuit. They were followed there by Simple Hedge, Sunstrider, Samarkand, they're all in a clump, and then came Comet Splendido, Super Unicorn. The money for Dilbar went nowhere, and then came Sure Joyful, and pulling up quickly, Toy Soltero. Speed Dragons won the last at 19 and 5.8, number 2. To beat California Totality, Quantum Patch, Noble Pursuit, and Simple Hedge. After the running of the Cleveland Handicap to wrap the program tonight, back to last, got the early pace, even section down the back straight when they backed it off a little bit. Vincent Ho, patient ride, wins the race 2, 4, 8 and 1. Dilbar settled it around about 20 to 1 in the end, so that was the end of for him. There was Money Lake for California Totality, who's run well. 1:49.56 the winner's time, just outside standard to wrap up January Cup Night 2025 here at Happy Valley. Of course, that it was taken out by Helene Feeling. 1,800 metres, they're off and racing.